All right, I'm tearing down all my buffer storages because they're all just bugged. I mean, they're all just bugged out of their mind. I have no idea. They don't release stuff. This thing had this thing had 400 sitting in it, and I don't have any reserve, and it's not dishing it out. And like all of these microcircuits are not being made because there's no silicon coming after. It's so weird. I don't know why it's doing that, but I'm done with it. So we're gonna rearrange belts just a little bit here, and I'll show you what I've done in the meantime here. So let's just get rid of this one. We're gonna bring you down. I actually think we're gonna go straight here because this will look a little bit cleaner. Let's pull this back. Let's go straight. Nope. Go straight this way. Yep. And then we'll duck this way and go there. And then you will go that way. And then you will go that way. All right. And then I think that's probably good. No buffer storages for silicon anymore. I'm just done with it. I just can't do it anymore. We're going to say this side is low priority. And I'll show you where that goes. It doesn't need to be green anymore, but it's fine. So now we should see the silicon all just get dispersed where it needs to go into where the microcircuits are, I hope. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn on silicon. Bots can bring silicon here. All right. Please do that. And they should all just rush over here and bring all this silicon over here. I'm actually going to drop it off the belt here too, if we hopefully can. Because I got this contract that should have been completed a long time ago. It's just not. And now I might miss out on $180,000 bonus. I only got 6 days left to do that. It's over here, and I only need 10 more in 6 days. It really should be doable, but it's just like the storage just stalled it out, and it's a pain in the ass. This one here, at least this one's kind of working, but it wouldn't work unless I did 2 outs. Then it would work. So I've got it routed like this, and I think I'm okay with this one as long as it continues to function. But I have rerouted the belts so that I could evenly split it, because it was doing that thing where it only goes through one, it doesn't go through the other, and I didn't want to deal with that. So I got 9 more left to bring here at 4 days. It is not looking good here. For this one, it's worth buying them. The price has actually dropped too, so I'm gonna grab 10. I'm gonna buy them for 24 because I'm getting 180,000 bonus. So it's just got to happen here. So we're gonna drop that down. That's gonna be here in 1.5 days. I'll drop it right here, and the bots will go ahead and deliver it when I do that. Okay, in the meantime, welcome back. I hope you're having a great day. We're up to almost, well, I have over 700 now CPU power, 720 CPU power here. So that's pretty good. And our batteries have been expanded. I've added 6 new large batteries here, and I've added 2 new rows of the big solar panels. Those are done, and as you can see, we about to fill up. Okay, so that's great. And that's what these things off. So we are really good on power now, and also really good on construction. Look at this. This is done. Aside from that tiny little table in the center, which I don't even need anymore because it was marking a position that I don't need to be marked anymore. So got that taken care of. I also have the sociology lab here, but I don't have a lot of people. And it's time to look into that. It's time to look into getting more people. I've got the facilities for this. I definitely need to do that. I probably should have done it before, but definitely going to do it now. Before I get into that, though, I do have all this spare power, and I'd like to maybe use it for, kind of aimless, just throwing a signal out here, but I have all this spare power, so I'm going to do that really quick. Just to see if there's anything else out that way. This looks pretty barren over here, so maybe we'll give it a little go on this side. Hold on. Pod's ready. Cargo pod. Drop it right here. All right, the bots should take care of that as a big thing, maybe. I hope that's their big priority. 480,000. Oh, really? I just got it. I didn't need to buy them. I got them just in time. Well, on the plus side, I have 10 microcircuits that I didn't have before. So we at least got that going for us, okay? Now we're going to go ahead and close that up. Okay, then. So you can see the colors of the belts here. I got all of them kind of upgraded. Or most of them are tier 3 already, unless you're... Oh, hang on. Oh, I'm full on titanium plate as well. Ooh, I did not see that coming. Well, good news is I only have 2 contracts active. So why don't we look at selling these things? And I mean, I got a lot of stuff I could sell, right? So I'm thinking maybe we take wind energy here is same thing as the other one that has wind energy too, didn't it? Yeah, wind energy here, but you guys are paying me a lot more. You guys are taking more modular frames, but I'm going to hold off on selling those because I think we're going to need a whole lot of them, okay? And I'm just going to hold off on those. Maybe this one says urgent, actually. I can get a little bit of a bonus for these 85. That's pretty good. We'll just go ahead and send these really quick. And I can do so with a small orbiter here. So we'll send those to plate. Let's go ahead and send that out. This is all tier 4 now, this belt. So it sends it out to the launch pad now really quick. And that's probably all I need to send out. I don't think I need any more than that. So let's go ahead and close that up. Oh, yeah. There's absolutely sent way too many, but it's fine. I also had a little bit of a bug here. It's not a bug. It's my fault. But I had aluminum kind of dinking around in here because I didn't restrict the output here. So now I've got the fuel restricted here. And then now aluminum actually comes around through this way. What I wanted to do is get silicon to do the same. So over here was storage that went into this. And it would then pop out over here. And then that would send it to this, which of course sends it out to the rest of the network. So I was having silicon moving through the belts over here. And that's given us a little bit in storage on this side. But then the storage just glitched out on me, so I guess I'm not doing that now. I had, yeah, like I said, look at this. The big problem with all of the frickin' stuff here, all of the rare earth stuff is going this way, and like none of it's going this way. And I don't know why that is. Like, I just don't understand. Oh, did I have this restricted for real? I remade this system. I must have done this. Well, that's my bad. Yeah. That would be why. So we're going to go ahead and close this temporarily until I see this belt is no longer just bright yellow all around. And I think actually what I'll do is just to speed this up a little bit. I didn't want to highlight the entire thing all the way around. That's not what I want to do. Damn. Okay, we're just going to drop some of these resources on the ground so the bots can go ahead and deliver it to the micro circuits. I'm just going to drop a little bit. And yeah, that'll work. Right there and right there. That's fine. All right, another 70,000 for that. Bots can take all that stuff into here and we'll get that rocking. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring that down in priority now. We don't need that just yet. And yeah, so inside this is what I'm looking for today, is what I wanted to look for today. I do have to have a few more CPU data centers set up. And of course, all of these take 10 power as well. So as we build all these data centers out, it's also going to, suck down like my power a lot more too. Got an urgent contract here, not paying me great, and I'd rather not give out my microprocessors at the moment. So let's just keep that for what it is. Okay, so in here, we're going to start making carbon fiber. And this is where we're going to definitely need to process more water. So I'm initially going to start by having another ice melter placed here, just to make sure we can absolutely support that. So there's that. Right. And then the next thing is the farms. So farms take a while, but they're great, and they're really great. So we're going to have the slag coming in through here, all right along this this wall, unless... Okay, there's still 36,000 units for this, so we're not getting rid of that soon. So this belt is going to come in like this. We're going to have this belt doing this, okay? All the way up into here, and then it comes out right here. So this is how you get resources into the base, right? You go underground. That's how you do it. So from here, we want to have these large hydroponic farms. I'm going to leave some space for other belts and such to move around in. So we're going to leave, like, let's say 2. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 farms to start. That's a lot, but you know what? I really want it to happen. To work these farms, we need a whole lot more people, right? And I don't have the ability to hire colonists because of the research. So I actually have that running. It's high on the priority list. So you know, it's going to get there. 97 days. To help with that and happen faster, we come under Crush Solutions, right? And I want to speed this up like significantly. So I'm looking for a big bump, and I'm looking for it quick. So I'm thinking I'm going to buy that one, and let's buy this one too. All right, so we're going to get a bump in science that way. And then I think maybe we go for another one I need. I don't really need the Mark V belts, to be honest. I think I'd like Smart Concrete faster, but yeah, the rover wheels and stuff, that's where I was going here, right? I was going towards, I want to get territory probes, right? I want to start setting up too. And the rover geologist was something I really wanted to get, and I have to get the nitro wheels in order to do that. So this is actually a higher up on the list too. The vegetable breeding is going to allow me to have my growth speed up 25%. That's in addition to already having that upgrade number 1, which goes 15%. So these are all going to be better than otherwise. So let's just maybe we'll start with 2 for now. Just, you know, we're not going to be super ambitious or anything. So let's start with 2 for now. And we're going to go there. And I suppose since we're just starting with 2, we can just put them next to each other. We'll go, where is it? Yeah, right here. We'll go like that. It's gonna be right next to each other. Now this is just a slag belt, right? So the slag comes in to here, and then we're gonna have the organics go out, and it's gonna go all the way back this way. Okay. Not entirely sure where it ends up just yet. I gotta lay out the layout. I gotta put the layout in, but it's going to go all the way back this way. And we're going to have multiple rows. So there's going to be ultimately 4 rows of these farms going all the way back here. Lots of organics being produced. Then we're going to have a buffer storage. Well, I wasn't going to, but I'm going to try to get a buffer storage. And I think you need upgrades to do that, because you have to have... Yes, this one. You have to have cold storage cabinets for this. Well, maybe not. Do the large resource storages... Do they support organics? No. Okay, so you do have to have them cold, yeah. So I need more storage just to store them. So there is no buffer for now, but the belts will serve as a buffer for now. And then what we're going to want is carbon fiber factories, which are right... Where are they, actually? It's not in there. No. Production? Am I just not seeing them? I am not seeing them. It's right here. Carbon fiber factory. And then we place these, you know, in a line, and we start producing carbon fiber as well. We'll start them over here. So we'll probably say this direction, and they'll run in this direction with some space, and then with some space. And then when all that carbon fiber is done and upgraded and all that, we have all this room to produce stuff that uses carbon fiber. Using the assembler, we can create nanotubes, right? Using the high-tech factory, we can create more components out of a different formula, right? A different recipe. We could do the same thing with microcircuits, but mostly I'm looking for nanotubes. So assemblers will go in here to make nanotubes. I also wanted to have some assembly happening in here to make duralumin plate, because aluminum's over there and I can redirect it, and the rare earths and stuff can come in here too. So I was thinking of having some of that in here too. I probably won't now because it's kind of established out here and it's fine. I'll probably just establish it out here next to the place. That's okay with me. So we'll look at that. Again, buffer storage just totally messed up on me. It was only sending it this way and it wouldn't send it this way. So I got rid of it, and it's just this splitter now that will reliably distribute the aluminum. You know, it'll just do it, and it'll be fine. You two are just full of ice, aren't you? You got lots of units left in there, so just hang tight. And then, yeah, I still need more aluminum being produced through here too. So I need it here, though. I need more aluminum here. Speaking of which, I wanted to follow up with this. So this thing here, it's producing a lot of great regolith, and it does have a good concentration of aluminum oxide. It's not great. And I actually don't like this location anymore. Because, like, while we do have a good amount of rare earth minerals here, I'm not collecting them as fast as I was before. So I'm not sure that the probe, I'm not sure this is helping me much. As much as I thought it was anyway. So I kind of want to go back to where I was, you know? And I did see a location here that had over 50% right there. Yep. So I saw this, and I think this is where I want to be. This is much better for my goals of getting more rare earths. So I'm going to try to get right here. It's 57%, right? And I can probably zoom right in on this, I guess. Right? 57%-ish is about there. Of course, I have to look down at the other thing now, but I'm going to stop. And then I want to move. And I'm going to tell it to move here. And then I can adjust that as I go. So this is 56. Basically nailed it, didn't I? Pretty close. 57, yeah. It's pretty much right there. So that's where I'm going to have this thing go now. And I'll probably have to reset my route and stuff for the truck because the truck tends to... Yeah, it's going to go... The truck's going to report here now, and that's not where it needs to go. So we're going to have the truck move over this way, and I'll reset its route. But we're gonna shift this thing over, and I'd love to get more of these things. So I'm looking for, you know, if there's a broken down vehicle somewhere, you know, maybe we'll take some of our probes off science mode and we'll go get those things. So this one's idle. It just dropped off resources for a contract, but I told it to stay here after that because I wanted it to go and get these. So I'm gonna have it go set up an expedition to get these things, and then we're gonna have some space left. So I might have you. You can pick up these on your way back. What is this one? What's in that? Just 39. Just the... Okay, hold on. No. Don't do this. Here, I want to get you not selected anymore. Let's have you come back to base, because if I forget, then you at least arrive. But if I remember, then you're already on your way back. You can pick up that later. So we'll just go ahead and do that. And then what is this? This is a storage to pick up nanotubes and some water ice. Okay, so picking up and dropping off ice here is like, that's going to be a thing. And I don't have a way to route that right now. I don't have a particular routing for that. I also noticed like we really don't need a slag belt. We drop it off and it just goes immediately and it's fine. It gets processed very quick. So I don't really need a slag belt. Plenty of regolith though, always. And then of course you can see food isn't distributed either. It's sitting in here. It doesn't have a place to go. So I need a place for food to go to. So I'm going to have to look at that and fix that today as well. Okay, what was I off to do? Was it the plates, are they closed? They are closed, and they are actually stalled on the belt now too. So I need another contract to sell plate. All right, we can come up with that. Now, I don't have 70 nanotubes, but I could maybe deliver your plates to you. Just to get it out there, I could do that. So if I send... It costs a little extra, though, because I can fit all of this on a single orbiter, so maybe that's not a big deal. Yeah, I don't think so. Never mind. All right, can I have something that takes titanium plate, but that doesn't take modular frames? Now, this will be good. 6 days is not enough time. See, these bonuses are great, but 6 days is such a short time that it takes basically that long for all the resources to just get there. So, like, watch, I'll have it dedicated to this, and we'll go ahead and change the cargo pod to the Petrol M. Okay, actually, if it can fit all in one, that's good. It's the process of lifting off and then landing. That's the part that delays me to the point where 6 days doesn't work. I just did a contract that wanted 5,000 concrete. They wanted it in 10 days. I was unable, even though I had like 15,000 concrete on me, I was unable to deliver that in Mark IV belts. It just would not go out fast enough with the takeoff and lifts. I had to have like 6 of these Petrol M's. So, you know, it just delayed me. So kind of being conscious of that too, and picking contracts that are doable. This one I think is doable. Titanium and titanium plates are both very accessible here. So I'll turn that on, and we'll go ahead and turn that on and release the hounds. Well, I guess release it's the release the river is how the meme goes. Yeah. Lord of the Rings reference. Whatever, you get it. All right, so all that's going to flow in, and I can probably shut down the plate pretty soon here. I think I'll probably go ahead and shut the plate down now. And now it'll just be the titanium that has it. Yeah, there we go. And the drones are, of course, active on this now. Let's go ahead and shut them off so they don't do that. And we can probably... Let's let it go just a little bit longer. So that one's an easy delivery. Yeah, that one's good. Okay, we can go ahead and shut that down now. And then let's see the time. So yeah, so it took me 2 days to do that. So it's about 2 days per ship. And if you need like 6 of them and you need 10 days, it's like, well, too bad, you know? So that's how that worked out. But, you know, ultimately I did end up getting the contract and the bonus for that one. So I guess that's fine. So we're up to almost 1 million credits again. And like, look at this. Night is about half over, right? And we're at 78% battery. Kicking ass on power right now, which means we can expand, and I should probably turn these things back on. But I want to do this. This is what I really want to do. And I want to create these. So I've got the Mineralisk 5 queued up to the for pro production, just so I can like have these. But to actually build these, I think you have to actually deliver the resources to it. Like not with probes or not with the drones, because they're not doing it. It's on to deliver this and they're not doing it. So I wonder if I turn this on, maybe I have to power it on in order for that to happen. Let's make it a high priority with power and see if they decide to. Yeah, okay. That was my problem then. It wasn't powered. Fine. Okay, cool. So we have one probe and then they'll bring it over here. Good. So the next thing is, where do we launch this probe? Well, I want to know how this works. All right. I'm going to launch a probe here. So let's say, like, there's a lot of helium-3 that way, right? Look at that. There's a whole lot of helium-3 over there. A lot of titanium over here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Look at that. I want to know what's going on right over there. So how do I... Oh, I have to... Oh, frick. Okay. I can't just select it. You gotta pay attention and select it where it needs. Look at the concentration there. That's all aluminum. Look at that, 100%. Are you kidding me? For aluminum. That's pretty sick. I'm noticing though, it's like the dash marks are changing colors. Like this is red, and then I'm wondering if it's just like a time, like how long it takes, or if it really can't hit it. If there's an accuracy rating or something. So let's just try it. I'm gonna see. Look at the helium-3 over here. This is what I want. I want like right here. Good balance, but I want to find that helium-3, I think. So, because I bet it's worth a lot. So let's go about like here. And it won't let me launch it. So I think maybe it's too far away. Okay, well. I mean, I guess I could launch it over near where the MDR is going to be just to really get a fine-tuned look at it, but it feels like a waste of a probe. It won't let me launch that. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, never mind. It will. It wasn't clicking, and now it will. Maybe when it's all red like this, it won't click. Look at the helium-3 in this area. That's crazy. There's definitely something there. But I actually cannot click that. Yeah, so it's red and I won't be able to click it. So there is a limit to how far I can launch it. So I do have to be within range, but there's something going on up there, man. Oh yeah, like up near this accident research complex and stuff, just south of that is, look at this, like just south of that is glorious. Really something. But let's launch it where I'm actually able to launch it. Unfortunately, that's not very far, but we'll try this one just to see where that is. And then it looks like I get to send another one. Is it just the first? What is this? Is that the probe that's launching there? Or? Oh, here it goes. I wanted to see this. Oh, I wanted to see this. Get the UI out of the way. Get the UI out of the way. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Ready? All right, let's go. Ready? I just want to have a thumbnail. We're launching probes. Oh, it's like all blurry and shit. Don't do that. Yeah. It's like heat or something. Oh, I wanna see it. There we go. Okay, right here. This is where it'll be. Boom! I don't know if we can actually... Yeah, we can't actually see it go up. Okay, but like, that's still pretty cool, huh? That's really sweet. All right, we launched a probe. It happened.
Research complete.
And the research is completed for the colonist recruitment. Just in time. Okay, now we can really start doing that. And advertising campaign, I think I'm going to push that next too, because I want to have more people to choose from. Be great. And I think maybe we'll investigate the ice melter upgrades at some point here pretty soon. Yeah, nitro wheels. No, we're going to keep... Yep, just keep the advertisement campaign first, I think. Definitely. Okay, and then we need to go over here, and now we have access to colonist hiring. And this is where they are. Okay, so initially I have 5 people to choose from, and I was really looking for botanists. I was kind of hoping for that. We do have some cooks, I guess. There may be, yeah, cook skill, pretty high. And they each have their own traits and stuff as well. So this guy here is zero waste cooking. A cook with zero waste culinary skills efficiently uses ingredients to prepare excellent meals. Plus reduces organics consumption by 10% when cooking. Hey, that's not bad. He's also sometimes moody. But there's a chef. Okay. I mean, that's something we could do. I kind of wanted more production focus. Like science would be nice. This guy's a leader, diplomat. He's got good memory. We're going to hire him. I need an engineer to help work things. He says he's responsible and he's an introvert. We're going to go ahead and hire him. And you know what? Maybe we'll get the chef. I don't know. Is it worth spending $270 for that? No organics waste is kind of interesting to me. I do have money. I'm making good money, and having everybody have really good meals is a pretty important thing. We'll get. I don't want chronic insomnia, and I don't need another chef. So I guess we'll hire these 2 guys. So we'll get those 4, and then the next wave of people, we'll look for that. But we also don't have a whole lot of housing, like a whole lot of room, right? We don't have a lot of beds, so I will have to add that one last bed. Eventually, that's going to have to happen anyway. Also, aren't there bunk beds? Yeah, we got to get the bunk beds. And then I can have twice as many people in this little area. Man, that'd be better, wouldn't it? Let's see. Social, go down to... There's the refrigerator cabinet. I don't think... Is this the one that has belt storage? Yeah, I think so. I think that's the belt storage. But I'm looking for the beds. Right there. Ooh, I gotta go down the gravel stabilizers first. Okay, so that's not a lot of research. I can get to that pretty quickly, I think. Why don't I cut smart? I don't really want to cut the smart concrete, but I'm gonna do it. Let's grab the tables first, because it's not that much research, and we'll use it while we're still paying for the science. We'll get that going. Why am I wasting science points now? Oh, did you just finish that? I think they just finished the vegetable breeding, the engineering portion of that. All right, so I need an engineering project too. Well, we'll cut the advertising campaign for now. And I could do multi-resource storage. I just didn't want to, but I guess I could. Manufacturer is the thing. Yeah. High-tech factory. Yeah. The belts are done too. I guess they're just working on the blue part of it. Okay. Yeah. All right. I guess we put the smart concrete factory back in, you know. All right. That's what I wanted. I mean, I wanted it. So, okay. So here, right, they're belt fed. So we need to get the slag hooked up here. So what I wanted for this, right, is we have all this slag that's going to make its way out this direction. And over from here too. So all of these machines, all of their slag ends up to here, and then it goes through this way. So what we could do is redirect it to where it goes that way. And to redirect all of it would require me to go kind of like this, I guess. We would come out this way and then work our way over. I know it's belt spaghetti again, but it needs to happen, so we can do this instead. We'll go like that, and then we don't want to block. Oh, I can't block that. That's interesting. Oh, that's gonna mess up my belt. I don't want to go zigzag like that. That means I can't put it anywhere here either. I could sit it over here. Maybe I delete it. We're gonna delete this just so that my belt doesn't have to do that. I know there's some of you out there that will go, yes, thank you. Ugh, that's exactly what you should do. Yes, I agree. We're gonna have it be right here, I guess. Right on the wall here. Why not? We'll have them build that. And then as soon as that's built and we connect it with this pole, right, then I guess I'll just delete this one, and then I can do my belt the way I want. Yeah, here we go. Come on. Finish it. Yeah, I guess they really do, right? They bring... The cargo trucks are bringing resources for constructions. Where did I see that? I might just be crazy, right? I feel like I read that somewhere, man. Ugh. I don't know. I'm not going to track it down in my previous video, so... It's not worth my time to do that, but... There's a lot of time in videos. Let's go delete that and that. And now everything should just stay powered, but I can now have that belt go straight where I want it. That'll be really nice. It's going to delete it. There we go. And we are good. Okay, so that goes that way. Outstanding. So the next thing is, of course, to go ahead and do this, 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 this. All right, and then all the slag. Whoops, hang on. All the slag is gonna go like this. Now what I can do is I can prioritize that output so that the slag will go this way, and it only goes into the normal mix of things, right? It's only gonna do that if the plants are fed, right? I like that. I think that's a good thing. And then all of this stuff, all the slag here is already getting into the system too. So now all we have to do is we can go like this. Okay, so in hindsight, because of how I have it set up now, could have been probably a good idea to flip these over and go that direction, but the plan was always to send it this way, so that's why I did it this way. Now we're kind of bringing it back around. It's belt spaghetti. It's what we do. It's okay. All right, so all the slag is going to go this way now, and it will end up in these farms, and then everything will start working here, and it'll be glorious. Okay. That also means we're going to be using a lot more water, so we have to make sure that our water balance remains great. Production is 120, consumption 74. We have room to expand. That's all that means. So more hydroponic farms going in there. And we'll just connect a new one there. And that gives us 3 for now. Okay, good. Can we get more people? Is that a thing? Yes, more people are available. I want a botanist for sure. Adaptive gardener, like it. Another one, excellent. Workaholic botanist. Christopher Madrigal. Cool. Doctor of Medical Sciences. Okay, bonus to medicine production, fine. It's also not that expensive to hire, so we're getting them. Extrovert optimist. I don't want to be careful on getting too many people here, though, I think, because I don't have the beds for them all. I should have 16 beds, though, right? Hold on. We should have 16 beds. Yeah. Well, we're going to have 16 beds. As soon as I do this bed, then we'll have 16 beds. Yeah. So I just hired 3 more. That gets me to 15. So I can hire 1 more. If I want to, I can get 1 more. So we'll leave it open, though. We'll leave that open. And now we can really start ramping up and getting more people pretty quickly. Now, this room is done as well. It doesn't have any power. So we do need to fix that part. So I'm going to go to electric board. And why don't we hook you up to that pole? Should be fine. We'll hook there. And there, like that. Is this done? It is done. No more iron exists here. Pull the plug on that. Get rid of it. Okay. I might as well just leave this. We can always have another belt somehow wiggle its way in here. I guess I wouldn't be like mad about that or anything. So there we go. That's open now. And I can put another building here if I want to. You know? So we can say, hey, how about we get like a place for people to eat here, you know? If I'm doing that, though, I probably want to move these poles. I don't think I want the poles like this. We're going to go poles. I'm going to move them to this side. Yes, we're going to move them to here. And then I'll move that from here over to there. Can you reach that? Oh, that's awesome. And I want to reach that if I can. Okay, I have to move another pole here, too, which is, I think, no big deal. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll hook you up to there and hook you up to there. And then we'll have to hook you up to that machine too. But that's after you're built. So we're going to replace these poles here So they're out of my way, and I can put another building here. And then once they build that, this will have power, and then we can have more. I think probably not a kitchen necessarily, but yeah, I guess a kitchen would be okay. Put a kitchen in here, and you could then look at storing food in here as well. So we have this kitchen right here is where I'm going to put it, and then I've got a vending machine here that'll hold the food that's made from this, and then there's an under construction oxygen tank here, as well as an electrolysis plant here, because we do need to provide oxygen in here as well. I don't think we're going to need water in this facility too much here. It's fine. They can go get it that side. I'm also going to put a music box in here because I can. I'm thinking about putting the music box in here too. Little recreation items are good for people sometimes here. So I'm thinking maybe if we can set it like right over in here. Just such as it exists in the room is kind of what I'm looking for here. Cargo pod with 3 more people. Here they come. And this is our right. Oh, okay. I'll have to walk a little bit. Sorry. I'll drop you guys down right into there. There we go. So 3 more people dropped off and getting into the base here. So I have capacity now for 1 more before I run out of space with beds and everything. So we have this, and then I'm thinking about like maybe I could go ahead and expand this instead. Just the way I don't want to have a separate electrolysis everywhere, right? I'm not sure how that works, but I feel like you have to have it in every single like individual structure group. So I'm thinking about actually just go ahead and doing this. Let's get rid of this and reorganizing. This is why I haven't put the modular terminals in yet. I wasn't sure where I was going to put this building, but I'm thinking this is what I'm going to do. We're going to have this building, I think, is going to get stretched out a little bit more on this side, about this far. I'm going to block that output. I don't want to block that output. We're not going to block the output right here. And then we'll go out about this far, let's say, and then we'll also have maybe it bend around like this just to give some extra room in there. So something like this, I think. And then we're going to need a door for that, of course. So the door will be, maybe we'll put the door here instead of the music box here. Let's do that instead. Then I need a door over here too. So door in this side, right in the center is probably acceptable. Trying to figure out what I'm going to put here. I think beds. Are beds going to be in here? I'll probably put beds here. Restaurant, beds, and like maybe an extra data center here. Maybe the utility goes in here. Hey. Now maybe the electrolysis goes in here. I like this better, actually. Let's do this. We're going to say this can go over... music box has to move too, right? So let's move that too. So first thing, life support. We want electrolysis plant. We'll put that in here. Yeah.
You can't build.
Which it won't let me do right now, but that's okay. We'll plan on putting that in here. Should I go out 1 more? I feel like I should go out 1 more. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna go out 1 more. Let's just go a little bit more. Maybe 2 more. Yeah, a little bit like that. It's fine. And then we're going to want to dismantle the walls through here. There we go. And I think the walls here can probably go as well. Yeah, we'll just get rid of this wall too. That way we don't need the door or anything like that. So that can just go. Yep. And we can build that structure. Okay, good. So once this is built, then we'll put the oxygen and stuff here. Again, just giving people more facilities. More things, so like they can come in here and get a quick bite to eat or whatever, and then go back to work, or they can come on into this side and sleep and all that stuff here. But we're just gonna kind of spread them out, so each one can hopefully choose a workstation or a eating place that is closer to where they already are. I don't know how the AI is gonna handle having this happen with different buildings under here, but like for example, I don't know whether or not they're going to be over here and have a building maybe right here. But they'll choose to use this one, even though this one's closer. I don't know if that's something that they'll do. So, all right, conveyor Mark 5 completed. So dining table is what we're focusing on at the moment, just so I can get down to gravity, and then finally bunk beds, and then I can double the capacity of that I can have in the same area, which is good. Wall plants are pretty cool. They generate a small amount of oxygen as well, so maybe I won't even need the electrolysis plant. Maybe the oxygen will be in, the plants will be enough. Probably have to have water put in here too, though. if I don't grow anything in here, then I don't need the water, I don't think. So I'm trying not to, I don't say plumb, but I'm trying not to have any ice head this direction. If I need it though, observe, it's just a straight shot, right? So if I need it, it's there, but I don't currently need it, I don't think so. Okay, cool. Slag's coming in. And this stuff will just grow all on its own. Nobody needs to work it. It'll grow anyway. And we'll go ahead and increase these 3 so it will go faster without people, at least for the time being. That's good. We have more food. How much food do we actually have right now? So yeah, 64 meds. That's sweet. 197 food. We're very good on food for now. Okay, good. And then my data center, they've built all those. I'm gonna have them expand it just a little bit more because I'm so good on power. And then we'll move on to, actually I can probably just fill in these gaps too, but I'm thinking like there might be a reason to like put pass through, you know, to get in here. Like if I have something else generating slag or whatever over here, then I might need to pass it through the building, and it might be easier just to do that through here as opposed to going all the way around. So I'm kind of leaving myself open to that possibility, but I think right now anyway, at least with the way the building currently is, I think I could just go under the whole thing, can't I? It's far enough. Yeah, it's long enough to just do that. Yeah, so I mean, I don't really need it. Well, I also don't need the space at the moment either, so let's use the other space. And then it's, what is it, 6, and then 6, and then we'll have one more here, and that'll be this row. So it's right there. So this space will all be taken up by the CPUs as well. Yeah, doesn't that look pretty organized? I think it does. I think it looks much more organized than I normally would be. Like, at least for me anyway, it's pretty organized. This whole thing is fairly organized for me anyway. See, that didn't take long. Look at that. They're already eating in here. See that?
Complete.
Nice. The large dining table is done, so we're going to go ahead and get to the gravistabilizers. Allows colonists to move faster and reduces their fatigue when walking. Definitely going to go bring that up here. So let's focus a lot on colonists. For the next few videos, we're going to be doing that while we expand the farms to get carbon fiber and stuff going. We're going to be focusing on making sure this environment is great for colonists. And I mean, this is just a little bit misaligned because I would love to expand this out right up against that belt to get more beds. But we're gonna go get bunk beds anyway, and then we'll double our capacity there. So in the meantime, though, I really only have room for like one more of these guys, and this is pretty good actually. I like this guy, but he's 400 is his payment. I don't know about that one, man. The botanists, we're gonna need so many of these guys, but extra weight negatively affects the health and overall well-being of the colonists. Moves slowly, consumes more food, increased risk of disease. I don't want that. Don't want that. Zero waste cooking, another chef, no thanks. Let's say he's pretty good though, isn't he? You get what you pay for kind of thing, I think is what this is. This one's good science. This one's good science too though. They're both actually quite good at engineering, honestly. I could probably just do, yeah, I'm gonna take this guy instead. So we're gonna hire this one guy. That's gonna be my 16th, which is how many beds I currently have space for, and then we'll need to expand that out, which is what this over here is. This is just more beds, more eating places, etc. You know, the drones are bringing the food and stuff over too. So like, there's already food in here, ready for colonists to do it. And as we make more food, it's there. But I might go in and say instead we can say. Storage, right? Yeah, vending machines. We could say maybe on this side. I can't put these in here. Yeah, I was gonna have storage for organics is what I was hoping for. Can the general storage hold organics? Don't we have one of those? I had one of those. Yeah, right here. It doesn't hold organics. So basically, organics have to be in a fridge. I know we've seemingly already established this, but I just wanted to really make sure, okay? So it has to be one of these vending machines. Okay, so we'll have the organics stored over here too. So if all those storages run out for whatever reason, they'll hopefully spread them out a little bit and put them over here too. And we'll just have this be like right here, right next to it is good, I guess. And then this one will be storing organic material. And that way they can grab it from this, make their meal, go sit down, or just grab food from here. Good to go. And then in here, we're going to have the beds. And then over here, we'll have the oxygen stuff. We'll have a different room for that. And that way they don't have to sleep in the same room as the oxygen generation is going to be. Pretty good. This will not take any water. Yeah, nothing consumes water here. That's the important thing. Because I really don't want to bring water this way. Okay, tell you what. If you're done, rover upgrade. Let's do the gravistabilizers. I really want to get that other stuff first. Yeah. I really want to get to bunk beds. And then I can have more people. The more people I can have, and the more people I can afford to have, I guess, like with food and everything, the more efficient all my machines will be. They'll start working these other machines. They're going to start working in the science labs a little more frequently, right? So we're going to get science generated here locally. That's all these things are really great, and we definitely want to do that. So now that I'm really confident about my power situation, really confident about my supply, my storages up here are not super overloaded and full, although components is getting pretty up there. But I have a solid income. I have a solid income for power. I have a solid economy. You know, we're set up with the MDR. Things are looking pretty good to expand in terms of getting to carbon fiber, and which, I mean, most players I think would probably already be making lots of carbon fiber at this point, but I kind of did things differently. I'm focusing on things a little differently. And this took a while too. I didn't have a lot of drones, so this took a while too. So I guess the final thing is, because I already know where all my farms are going to be, we're going to go in and set up the carbon fiber now. So carbon fiber is going to be, I think, probably right up in here. We're going to go start on this side, these belts, and go all the way to about here. Yeah. Should I leave one more gap? I can always rotate it too. Let's see. Where does this leave me in terms of space? And specifically space against this wall. Okay, so right there. I don't want it to be right up against it. I do want space here. So, but I think I can afford to move over one more. I think so. I want to move over one more on this side. Okay. So if that's the case, then we'll take our carbon fiber factory and we'll go there with it. That's where we'll start it, right here. And carbon fiber, I guess I'll do, let's say, 3 of them to start. In order to power 3 of these, I kind of have to have pretty much this whole row done. Especially once I upgrade these. So I kind of need, it's sort of going to be like 1 row for 1 row is the ratio I'm looking at here. So I can support up to 4 rows of carbon fiber, up to 4 rows of the farms. And then the rest of the space, the 4 rows of the carbon fiber probably puts me to about here. And then the assemblers will be on this area. So I think I'm going to need more farms if I want to have this many. So we'll start with 2, let's say. 2, and then 1 more farm anyway. Yeah. And you can see the slag coming in, so it's not like we're short on that yet. So we'll go ahead and put that in, and we'll upgrade that when it's done too. And then all of this stuff comes around and gets routed this direction. I know I'm kind of a little bit wasteful on the belt right now, but that's okay. The idea is that these will be full, and when they're full, a whole bunch of stuff is waiting on the belt, so that when I add a new machine, it just immediately starts, you know, pumping into that machine. And we go ahead and build this. There we are. And now, of course, everything in the building has power because of one connection. So everything inside, you don't need to have lots of different poles and lots of different wires. Everything inside is going to have power because this has power, right? And, you know, it sees like 1 out of 42 or whatever, right? But we're going to have like a lot of power output going through here too. So the more things I add in here, just like always, the more things I add in here, the more power I'm going to be using. Okay, so on this side, we want to have, I wanted to have a buffer, but I just don't think it's going to be along this wall, the buffer was. So I'd have cold storage here, cold cabinet running into a cold cabinet, and then all the organics get stored in the cabinets. And that's the long-term thing. It's not going to stay open like that. But then carbon fiber also needs a storage, and that can be a typical, like, traditional storage. But I think instead of having, I think I'm just going to route it to the top. Yeah, I think I'm just going to route it to the top. So how about I grab We go all the way here, all the way against this. No, it's got to be spaced out one. Yeah. Otherwise I can't go underneath. So it's got to be like this. And then I guess what we'll do is we'll bring it to here and we'll bring it underneath and we'll go. So we'll say this is our output belt. Yep. This is our output belt. And I'm going to leave it like a huge gap so I can put other manufacturing here. So we'll have it be all the way out to here and then it goes in like that. So anything we produce, carbon fiber, for example, anything we produce, it hits this belt to leave and go topside and it gets sorted up top. And then up top would be up here. So it'd be right here like this. Yep. And then so we would want to sort this by saying that the resources that are allowed to come out of here, let's say, are carbon fiber, nanotubes. We're going to have duralumin plate routed to here. We're going to have the silicon is routed here. I mean, I could say all, but I really want to make sure I don't mess it up. I think it's probably just easier to say all, isn't it? It's just easier to say all. So we'll say everything. It's fine. And then if there's ever a problem, I guess we'll address it then. But I just don't see there being a huge issue there, I guess. I'm trying to think of like an excuse as to why I would really need to do that on that filter. And I don't have it. So. Okay, good. So that's all set up. So I did it before the end of this video. I started up and I got us to the point where we can make carbon fiber right there. Yeah. And we're going to have more people here and everything's going to be really great. Okay. The only thing now is the organics are going to pop out of here in just a little bit of time. It's 50 organics for each one of these. They don't make it very fast, but if you have people working here, then it will be much faster. So the colonist adds a lot of efficiency to it, and it goes up much faster than the other ones. So this one here has nothing. You can see how fast that's changing. Yeah, and then you look at this one. Yeah, it's way faster, right? So colonists working here is a very good thing. All of this will eventually go to a storage here, which will be fed by all these different belts. So there'll be a chain of storages here, and then it will come out and go that way. So I'm digging it. I think we actually can move these just one more to the right because I'm doing that. So there's this gap right here. I'm not sure. Do they have to? Can they go? They can go underneath the belts, right? Colonists, they walk under these belts, right? I know the drones can go under them, but colonists looks like they can just pass right through here. So that's actually fine. They pass right through here anyway. So yeah, let's adjust these. We can have these go just one more to that side. Life support. I never remember where things are anymore. Yep, right here, and then all the way over. No. Oh yeah, this is. Yeah. This is right. Here and then here. Put that. Come on. Put that there. Put that there. And there. And then you go like that and like that. Like so. Okay, cool. Guys, I did it. I have no idea how long this video is because I've been having to stop and start on my end a lot. So I'm going to leave it here. I think we're in great shape. I kind of already recapped that. We have 500,000 credits and like I could sell all sorts of stuff if I needed money. Like I can do that. And I probably should just keep going on credits, building up a reputation, right? All that stuff. So like these guys want, look at this. Look at this contract. Look at this thing. 25 days to deliver 1,500 titanium plate. And what do you know? I happen to have a lot of those, right? I'm already good with those. So let's accept this contract, send the resources, and I'll just do this. It'll just be going on and on and on. Fill it, go, fill it, go, fill it, go, fill it. It's 34. Crap. Okay. I'll fill it. Go. I love it because it's one resource too. So it makes things way easier on my end. I don't even have to babysit it at all. So like, look, plate, right? This is basically full. We were going to run out of space in here anyway. Now we're good. Send the titanium plate and it will land and it will just start filling up and all the things will happen. Yeah. And then we'll keep bringing regolith in with 388 rare earths coming this time. That's a lot of slag though, man. I just wish there was a better place, like more concentration of other resources and not just a bunch of slag, but I guess that's just the nature of it all, right? So the slag should just pop out and just get processed into concrete, but it doesn't. Look at that, it doesn't come out. It's just regular regolith. I mean, it's gonna end up slag later. Yeah, it'll end up slag later. Maybe this is not necessary. We can use this for another resource, perhaps food. I can route food through this instead. I have to go. I have to end it. I can't. I just can't. All right. I just love. I love playing it. I'm having such a good time. So, you know. But here I am, ending it right now. I swear. Okay. Bye.